the Michael Rosen assassination, I gave the Prime Minister all kinds of preposterous presents. I used to go round the black markets for hours looking at razors, blades, car bombs, David's little gang, and chocolate Guinnesses. Yeah, do you know, stupid people say to me, why? It is because he's the Antichrist. But there's another reason, isn't there? Yes, because he had sex with my girlfriend on the floor of the Science Museum. I'm very sorry, but nobody at all can fiddle-diddle my sister and survive to tell the tale. Anyway, after a few years of this, I thought I'd made a rabbit. I mean a breakthrough. I was at Mark Sabines, the marmalade mongers, and there they were. 4 jug thefts. They were bright orange, and there was a big button in the top. I think it's a kind of bomb. I was just about to say, I'll have a lot. But then Mark said he wasn't going to sell me jack shit because of what happened last time.
The very dark part of the story.
That was 10 years ago. And anyway, those 203 little girls were probably part of a secret agent smuggling outfit in Jamaica. First of all, he tries, I'm calling the cops. It's no good, he can't. I press the silver button, the jug starts roaring, and I throw into his mouth. It was lull. Hard like Mark lived by the marmalade, die by the marmalade. So now he tries.
It's not marmalade, it's a kind of thick
cooking oil. Oh, boom. His mouth filled up with oil. And he died. But there were still 3 jugs left, so I don't care. So then I went home. Later that day, an inspector came to my house. Hello, he calls out. Let us in, Brian. First of all, I tried, I'm not Brian. I put my hand into my pocket and took out my gun and put it very carefully against the door. Sorry, I mean Michael Rosen, said the inspector. I was just about to blow his brains out when I hear another voice going,
never let me see you getting names incorrect. Again, Mervyn.
Oh no, not another cop. Shush, I've got big bother. I can't kill Mervyn and the other guy at the same time. This is horrible! Hamster. So I've got the judge things, and straight away I was out the room, up the stairs, out the window. As I flew into the air, I poured out the second jug of burning oil all over the inspector's big face as a reminder not to trifle with Michael Rosen. Oh no, this is horrible. And I ran and jumped on my train to 10 Downing Street. I woke up feeling good, feeling better than good, terrific, nearly laughing. It was then the woman opposite noticed the blood and broken glass on my clothes. Nice. Her eye looks into my
Fat banana.
I mean my eye. And I jumped off that train faster than an electrical is breakfast in my butt cheeks. Security guards were everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of them. I hunched my shoulders so as not to stand out. The loudspeaker starts going, we're looking for Michael Rosen now. If you say the man with clothes a bit fucked up, then kill him and give his dead body to the ducks. I guess the inspector survived the flames. What a load of shit. Then the woman from the train jumped out and said, catch that old motherfucker. And that's when I get into really big plums. The guns went. But I juked and jived around the bullets and I threw my third jug and blew 48 of them into the air. I dashed across the street. I shoved the plastic minister's door really hard and it bangs against the dead queen behind the door really loud. Nice. I wonder who put that there. And I suddenly catch sight of the prick minister's big face poking out from behind my butt. Hello, he says. Did Laura leave you after she saw my big balls bounce on the shiny floors and noticed my wood, which all of them yours? Yeah. And I said, would you believe it, the little pig? I shoved the last jug into his mouth and pushed the button. I'm gonna kill the little bitch, even if I blow myself up. Yes, here we go again. Fill his mouth with that thick juice. This isn't oil, he said. This is marmalade. Sexy tart. Marmalade. Wonderful. It reminds me of your girlfriend has snatch. Anyway, playtime's over, Mr. Rosen, and he grabs my plums, and then my
Fat banana.
and yes, it bursted. Yes, I keeled over and began to bleed out. I couldn't bring my gun on the train because of the metal detector, so I was really fucked. And he said, right, any last words, wanker? And then suddenly, I remembered this funny little piece of information. I put up my hand. Yes, said the penis, destroying Minister Queen Elizabeth is dead behind the door. You'd probably murdered her with a chunk of plum for your black magic. Rich, you owl. Suddenly he looks pleased. Ha! That's true, but you won't be here to tell the tale. The world isn't gonna think she just died from old age, you fucking crazy gobhound. It was then the security guards broke out the door and done saw a funny scene. They had heard everything. The potato minister looked awful. You're under arrest for murder, said security guard. You can't get away. The pig minister frowned and then started looking all round the room, with his eyes looking all hoping. Suddenly we all heard a spooky voice. Vindaloo, 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 na na. 15 jug things flew through the air and all the security guards died. Then he appeared.
Time for a change of government.
He wasn't dead. It was just one of his tricks. He blew the petrified minister up. I like that.
That's how we end up with people like me being able to become Prime Minister.
He explained he was first in the line of succession. He took the chance and murdered the dead minister because he could blame me. He said, after I was dead, I was going to be
cut into cubes and served with cheese. Cheese.
Oh no! That's when I start the pleading. Hey, Mark, you can't kill me. Remember, when we were kids, we played games. My favourite was Among Us. Says, hey, yeah? Ha! He said, remember when you were trying to murder me with a bomb 4 hours ago? Fuck off and die. All right?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
I was just about to die when I saw God who was smiling down on me, and I saw him snort and start smiting. Yes, it's the end of the world. The day I dreamed of, when everyone comes home to sort things out. There weren't going to be any more wars. There weren't going to be any more prime ministers. There weren't going to be any more people hooked up with me. So then I woke up. It wasn't the end of days. It was just the army aeroplane dropping a bomb on the house. So sad. So doctor shouted, out! Sus joke prison. There was a sus joke prison where they used to stick toenails up your bum. Disappear. And everything was lovely once again.